Some of the most iconic films in Hollywood almost never made it to the screen. Studio rejections, budget disasters, casting chaos, you name it. These movies faced setback after setback and came dangerously close to being scrapped. But they pushed through and made history. Here are 5 famous movies that almost didn't happen, and the wild stories behind them. Number 5. Titanic. It was the most expensive film ever made at the time. A 3-hour romantic disaster movie, studios called it a guaranteed flop. James Cameron clashed with executives over budget and runtime, which ballooned past $200 million. A huge gamble in 1997. Some crew members even quit due to harsh filming conditions. Fox reportedly begged Cameron to cut the length or change the ending. He said, "You want a shorter movie? Make it yourself." Good thing they didn't. Titanic went on to win 11 Oscars.
The Oscar goes to Titanic.
And rake in over $2 billion. Number 4, Back to the Future. Back to the Future is a classic now, but it almost got left in the past. Over 40 studios rejected the script for being too tame compared to raunchy 80s comedies. When it was finally picked up, Michael J. Fox wasn't available, so they cast Eric Stoltz. Halfway through filming, the tone wasn't working, so they recast the lead, reshot weeks of footage, and hoped for the best. That risk paid off. The film sparked a legendary trilogy and remains a sci-fi staple decades later. Number 3, The Wizard of Oz. This Technicolor masterpiece from 1939? Yeah, it was a nightmare behind the scenes. The production faced casting issues, a toxic set, and dangerous special effects. The original Tin Man actor suffered a severe allergic reaction to his makeup. Multiple directors were hired and fired. Plus, the studio feared it was too weird and too expensive to succeed. But after years of re-releases and TV airings, The Wizard of Oz became one of the most beloved films in cinematic history. Fun fact, it didn't make a real profit until over a decade after release. Number 2, Star Wars, A New Hope Today. Star Wars is a cultural empire, but in 1977, nobody believed in it. George Lucas struggled to get funding, with studios thinking the idea was too risky and too nerdy. Even the cast didn't take it seriously. Harrison Ford famously said the dialogue was impossible to say with a straight face. The budget went over. The production nearly collapsed, and the first cut of the movie? A disaster. But after re-editing groundbreaking effects and a little help from composer John Williams, Star Wars exploded, changing the film industry forever. Number 1, The Godfather. It is considered one of the greatest films ever made, but The Godfather was almost whacked before it began. The studio didn't want Marlon Brando. They thought Al Pacino was too short. Francis Ford Coppola nearly got fired multiple times. Budget issues, creative clashes, and pressure from the real-life mafia made every day on set feel like walking a tightrope. But Coppola fought to keep his vision. Brando nailed the role. And the film went on to win Best Picture, launch a trilogy, and define the gangster genre for decades. These films prove one thing: some of the best stories aren't just on screen. They're behind the scenes. Imagine a world without Titanic, Star Wars, or The Godfather. Crazy, right? Which almost canceled movie surprised you the most? Drop it in the comments below. And if you love stories like this, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more weekly countdowns right here on Top 5 Shorts.